first thing is you want to teach people, they have to learn authority. Law of first mention, when God put Adam and Eve in a garden, see, y'all never understood it. Y'all thought it was some type of trick. Why they couldn't eat of the 2 trees? See, you're not looking at, they had everything. 2 trees? Seriously? Study it out. Study it. There was gold in the garden. There was gold running through the garden. They had everything. He just said, stay away from those 2 trees. He was trying to teach them obedience so they can learn authority. So everything would include power. So I just don't want you to temporarily have this. I want no one to be able to come against it and take it from you. So that was the everything. He was trying to get a lot more to us, okay? All right, so I remember when I first taught this, what we're talking about it's probably a core, as you guys grow in ministry, you have core things as a part of your foundation, like things that you'll be able to teach without breathing because God designed you for that little niche. Kenneth Hagin taught on faith. But when I crossed over into what we're about to talk about, listen, honestly, I had notes to make sure I stay focused, but I could teach it. We could be walking in the parking lot and I could teach this. But I remember when I first taught it in the ministry school, that there was a lot of seasoned people in the class. And a lot of them came up to me later and said, man, I'm so upset. I was like, what are you upset about? Like, why didn't nobody tell me this before? Like all this time, I've been missing out on some of the benefits of God because I didn't know this. No one told me this. And so the reason why it's the missing ingredient is because a lot of times people will tell you, just do what I did. I mean, imagine like, some of y'all been through this before. You just do what I tell you to do. What happens when you had, I wish we could have gotten Natalie's face, because that's the face. As soon as you hear that, you just do what I told you. I was in a situation, you may see this, but I'm using you as an example, but not to put you down, but you present yourself as a living sacrifice. I know you aren't presenting, I'm using you. But I was in a situation with a family member. I said family member, I didn't say gender. And they were bothered about something that they didn't tell me about. So while we were talking, they said, I said, well, no, I think what I'll do is I'll do it in the morning instead of later. Just like I said it just now. You're going to do what I tell you to do. This wasn't like when I was a teenager. I'm like 40. And I was like frozen and paralyzed on the phone, like literally paralyzed. And so I said, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. But when I put the phone down, I was at work. So the person in my next office said, what happened? I said, what do you mean what happened? You must have been awfully upset when you slammed that phone down. I said, did I slam the phone? Oh, yeah, you slammed the phone. What happened? You going to do what I tell you to do. Just something in me was like, whoa, this conversation's over. See, so that's natural because we're designed to have dominion. We're not designed to be controlled. I crossed over to a level as I was growing in ministry and growing as a man. My wife would ask me to do stuff, and I would just automatically not do it. But I knew something was wrong with me. I just didn't know what it was. And so I asked Lord, I said, what's wrong with me? He said, well, Keith, you just want choice. So maybe up to a certain point, I'll just flow on with whatever. Like, oh, sure, I'm fine, no problem. Makes no sense, but I'll do it. But then I crossed over to a point, I was like, whoa. I said, babe, you're going to have to at least, I said, present it to me, offer it to me, and then let me make the choice. Because if you're making a choice for me, I said, I feel like something in me, it can't be a controlled decision for me. Because it's probably a great idea, but offer it to me. But if it comes across, because she would be tripping, we would go to this, get a car. I would walk in, and the guy would come up with all this hustle. I walk out. She's like, babe, but can we negotiate? She likes negotiations. I was like, no, he should have given me the best deal the first time. I felt like he was controlling me. I'm out of here. Because we're designed to have dominion, not be controlled. So that's understandable. but we're also designed to be in subjection to his power and authority. You see what I'm saying? So that's the caveat. So yes, you're bothered if someone tries to control you. But the thing is, don't blow opportunities to submit, be subject to, yield to the opportunity to draw power. And let me explain this further, because I know I'm going to have to close out. So let me just give you at least the foundation for what I'm talking about, because I keep saying you draw power with submitting to authority. But Matthew 8, and for me it's tough because the Bible is such a great tool, and it has everything we need. And so it's like you have this $1 trillion tool that you walk around all the time. Man, if I just had this. Oh, man, if I need that. Man, if I had the answers to such and such. And you have it right there, right in front of your face. But you don't take the time to read it. There's other things more important. The highlights are more important. You always hear me contrast. Try to keep your face in the book more than Facebook. It's amazing how you come up with justifications not to benefit from the most valuable thing you have in your life. Like it's optional for some people. Yeah, it's just the Bible. And you almost think if you do read it, you're doing God a favor. I read today. You should be happy. And if you read it, you're like, I read. And then you go, now I can live my life. No, this is your life. Okay, Matthew 8, I only said that because most of the stuff we're talking about, you will get for yourself in this word. Matthew 8, let's start with verse 5. And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion beseeching him, saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of palsy, grievously tormented. He ain't just sick, but he's being tormented. And Jesus said unto him, oh, cool, I'll come and heal him. Not, oh, your servant is sick and tormented? What you talking to me for? So he was like, oh, cool, I'll just come and heal him, no problem. And so the centurion answered and said, Lord, I'm not worthy that thou should have come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. So he's like, Jesus said, I'll come. He said, no, you don't have to come. All you got to do is speak the word, and my servant will be healed. Now, this is a centurion. He didn't say he was a disciple. He didn't say he was somebody who was rolling with Jesus. This is a soldier in the Roman army. So, and then he explains why he had that revelation. He says, for I am a man under authority. He said, look, having soldiers under me. I say to this man, go, and he goeth. And to another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. Verse 10, when Jesus heard it, his breakdown of why he believed that all he had to do was speak the word, he said to them that followed, verily, verily, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. So Jesus said, this guy actually understands the system that was set up way back in Genesis. He said, no. All you do is speak the word. Your words have power and authority. And the reason why I know that is because of how I flow. First of all, I'm a man that's under authority. Secondly, I have people under me. The people under me, whatever I tell them to do, they do it. Because whatever I'm told to do, I do it. See, as long as I stay subject to authority, I'm connected to that power. I can draw on it at any time. Anytime I rebel or repel that authority by not doing what's required, I'm not connected to power, so I have no power. So when I say go, they ain't going. Because when I'm told to go, I don't go. So I'm not worried about you. I watched you. You're everything you've done, you've been here to do the will of the Father. Not my own will, but the will of the Father. Not of me, but the will of the Father. Father, heal them. Father, feed them. Father, this. Father, that. Oh, I watch you. You're subject to God's authority. So I know when you speak, you have authority. A person is not subject, yielded to, obedient to, submitted to. Authority has no authority. So debt comes to your crib. Knocks your door. Say, how you doing? He's like, yeah, can I help you? No, I don't need your help. I'm going to give me something to eat at the fridge. Excuse me? You better get out of here. You ain't got no authority. Man, sit down and shut up somewhere. Hey, these crackers right here. I can get some of them. I'm going to take these crackers. I was watching this movie and the guys got in this guy's car. Just broke a glass down the car and drove away. So he got their vehicle and he drove behind them. So when he caught up to him, they said, what do you want? They're in his car and they're like, what do you want? He says, I want my car. You ain't getting it. Now, some of y'all going, get my car. How you doing with your life and your purpose? Because the adversary's saying the same thing to you. No, I got this. I got your life. I got your purpose. I got your joy. I got your finances. I got your health. What you going to do? You ain't got no authority. When's the last time you submitted to anybody? So that's when I said earlier, sometimes our bodies is running our life because you're trying to tell your body to do something. Your body's like, are you serious? That was a good joke. No, we're not doing that. Why you keep telling people you on a diet? Did you check with me? I don't recall getting you permission to eat right. Why you keep telling people you taking it to another level in the Lord and all that? You're going to keep looking like a fool because I'm not doing that. Taking it to another level. Matter of fact, you said that last Sunday. We ain't going to church this Sunday. You know, we ain't never going on Wednesday. You can just get that out your mind right now. Some extra time, a whole nother hour this week? Please. I ain't the one. Matter of fact, we won't even be thinking about Wednesdays. That's not, listen, as long as you go Sunday, pray while you on the way to work, you're good. You ain't got to do all that other stuff. That's overrated. You don't need to do all that stuff. That's just taking it too far. And then plus, I can't do what I want to do and feel good about it. Just chill. And don't be trying to change your music either. I mean, every time you get around Christians, you be trying to do all this, I call it religious stuff. I know it's spiritual stuff, but I got you thinking it's religious stuff. But, you know, all this religious, just stop. Just stop it, please. Just stop. It's not cool. Just stay in hiding. Nobody tell you to publish what you want to do. Don't nobody need to know you want to live for me. Live for the Lord. Don't do that. Are you kidding, man? We almost lost a couple friends this week. Well, I know they're not real friends, but at least, I mean, you won't know who your friends are, so you have all these people. Like Facebook. I mean, you have like at least 3,000 folk. I mean, you don't know them. So now you have all these people that's smiling in your face that you think you're friends, but as long as you don't break for holiness. Don't run to holiness. Stay out of holiness and you'll be fine. Works out fine. Just chill. You know, hey, take the edge off. What is that? Is that somebody here? Is there one? What's happening? Is there two? They never did that, right? They be like, is there one? It's like, is there 25? Is there 25? Come on. Our goal is not just to be status quo. Our goal is not to live defeated. The more victory we have, the more victory we create. There's people that gain victory through your victories. There's people that their faith elevates through your faith. And you know, I think as a pastor, as a man of God, whatever, me and my wife talk about stuff like this a lot. It is tough that people are struggling through stuff, but those people we don't have a lot of big challenges with because they're really trying to get it together. You know, the people. Why you think you should be